Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Let's check and make sure I have the right mic. Hold on. How's everybody? It's been, a hot minute and a half. Yes, you can hear me. Since I've seen you all, I don't think I've done a live stream for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I was in Mexico. Last week, I don't know what I was doing. Not this. Hello. I'm Mia Voss. Let's get my drink out. Today I'm having, I just had a Leinenkugel. Oh my God. That's when you know it's summer. Leinenkugel, summer shandy. Please comment so I know that you're here. And now I'm moving to this Good Company hard seltzer. Today's black cherry. And here's how I shop for booze. What's the alcohol content? So for a hard seltzer, this is pretty good. This is 5%. So I'm going to supplement it with some vodka. So I'm not driving. You're not my mom. Hi, Katie. Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, I have a little bit of tan from Mexico. And then I went and got spray tan with my friend Twee here in Denver. She's seen the most out of me out of anybody. When she says, pop your butt out when I get the tan, I'm like, all right, that's what you're looking for, babe. So yeah, I'm wearing a lot of sunblock and have a fake tan, and I'm here for it, 1,000%. So thank you, Lovey. Let's see. Cheers. What's everybody drinking today? Yes. This voice thing started about 2 or 3 days ago. A little congested, but nothing terrible. So, a combination of B. Arthur and Brenda Vaccaro, right? Thanks, babe. So let's see what's going on. It's been a hot minute. I do have my tuning fork. I have tuned up the energy on at least 3 people today. Katie says she's gotten to seltzer water. You had a beer after work and got tipsy and ran away from everyone. That sounds about Mia. I'm totally. Yeah, you're thinking Kathleen Turner. Damn, I'll take that. Shit, why didn't I think of that? I was all dumbing it down with B. Arthur, which most people are, think Golden Girls maybe. All right, so look it. So I actually got this from Twee last year. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah, she is fucking hot. She was. Remember back in, what was the 2 movies? Well, the War of the Roses and then Body Heat with William Turner. Damn. And they were going at it. That was an interesting movie. You know who else was in that? Was Mickey Rourke. Back when he was normal looking. Go watch Diner. If you haven't seen Diner, that's such a great movie. Like one of Kevin Bacon's first movies. He plays such a jerk in it, but he's really good. Tim Daly, Steve Guttenberg, and Mickey Rourke. It's from like probably the 80s. It's so good. Diner. Yeah, Body Heat. Anywho, back on this. Oh man, Mickey Rourke back in the day. Like seriously, go watch Diner. You will. You're gonna need a moment. He's gonna go in your spank bank. The pre-surgery 9.5 weeks. He was definitely hot in too. I mean, that was an amazing movie. You have the biggest crush on Steve Guttenberg. I love that. Oh yeah. Hi, TN. Yes, my love. Please go watch Diner. It's is it Barry Levinson? And it was interesting because all of the guys, and the guy that was in oh God. Guys, go look it up and look up Diner. There's one other guy that's in it, and I love him. He was in the TV show. Yeah, Tim Daly was in Wings, exactly. And then Cockwatch, we'll talk about that. I'll get to that in a second. It's the rooster kind, but it's funny. The guy that was in Mad About You with Helen Hunt, Paul Reiser. Oh man, I'm pulling it out today. They did they had like a little promo photo a couple weeks ago because it was, I think, like it was the 30-year anniversary. It came out in, I guess, in 92. I was thinking it was earlier. Maybe it's 40-year. Anyway, and it was all of them all together. I don't think Mickey Rourke was the only one that wasn't there. I have a feeling he doesn't fit in with that crowd anymore. It's so good. And I love that Paul Reiser is in the show on Netflix with Michael Douglas, where he's the man, I can't form sentences today. Anyway, the show with Michael Douglas where he's the teacher, the producer, movie producer, the any screen acting guy. God dang, so sorry. It's really good, that show with Michael Douglas, and Paul Reiser is in that too. So anywho, please go watch that. That one's really, really good. So tuning fork, cock watch. Oh, look at what I found. That I am, going through all my fun stuff. Like I have this new little thing. Hold on. It's actually, I bought it for Gidget. Hold on. But I play with it. That's just me. Everybody needs a yay pillow. And then if you haven't seen this in a while, I got this last year. This was my, like, I'm going out on my own present to myself, because who doesn't need a candy dish with duck feet on it? Not anyone. Nobody doesn't like a candy dish with duck feet on it. Tian says you buy dog toys but it's because I need them. Thank you. Thank you for joining me that. And I saw this at PetSmart and was like, wait, I say yay all the time. The only thing it's missing is an exclamation point. All right. So yeah, duck candy dish. It's very solid. Look at this. It kept showing up in my targeted ads. So I bought it. And then I bought one for my mom and my auntie too. So let's just do some energy clearing. And if you're watching in the replay, you need this. I'm just judging this side of my head because this side I like. This side's a little flat. All I did was put on a little bit of mascara and lipstick and some powder, and then I zhuzhed this. Yes, TN, targeted ads get me all the time. I'm not mad about it, So what? Unless it's something really weird. And then I just go, okay, listen, Debbie Adams is here. Call off the dogs. Debbie, post the links to your group because I love it so much. She talks a lot about manifestation for the skeptic. I fucking love you, Debbie. You're amazing. All right, look at, ready? Ooh, sorry about that. Get that in your psyche, in your system. Get all that. Ooh, yeah. Get all that out of there. Call in all the highest and best right now. Just anything that's just been sitting in your energy system. This is a crazy week. We had the full moon. We have the solstice coming up. There's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. My friend will call me. She's like, tell me some weird shit that's going on, because it's always weird. But that full moon was wonderful. Gorgeous. Strawberry moon, really close to the earth. Super bloaty. The good kind. You want to bong breathe real quick? Okay, put both of your feet on the floor. Get your booty all situated. And just take a nice deep breath, but get that up in your teats, in your teatsy ears. Hold that in there. Tits up. Yep. Hold it in. Bong breathe it. Right? Let that out. Louisa. Sissy, it's not showing your name, but I know it's you. Sissy. Hey, happy birthday to your little moms, by the way. She hit the big 8-0. And, it's 11 years ago, I lost my little grandma, Dorothy May Morrow. She was a stinker. I'm just going to let you know. But she was funny. And she came around towards the end. Like I get a lot of my feisty from Dorothy. Dorothy's like literally the last time I saw her, we played bingo and she just spanked everybody. She took care of my grandfather for a long time too. He had Parkinson's. I mean, I only half the time I knew him, he had Parkinson's. So, and she's had 9 kids, and my mom's the oldest of 9. Oh, Debbie, you love the grandma story about saying to my with her sister Betty, men with money. We're like, what? That's what she would say when you would take a picture. She wouldn't say cheese. She'd say men with money. Here's another story. I'm gonna put my grandma's business on the highway. For one thing, it was men with money. Yeah. One thing, for some reason, Dorothy did not like to wear shirts. And so sometimes she'd show up at the door with no shirt on. Topless Dorothy. Now, 2 things I didn't get from my family: my height and my boobs, because they're short with big boobs. Neither one's going on here. So the Dorth, as we would call her, Dort, she would show up at the door shirtless. Well, one time the police showed up. Now, oh, hi, Claire, kitty Claire. Randy just got a new kitty. I'm so excited for you, buddy. You're going to have so much fun. I love that little tiny kitty. All right, so listen. So one time, one of my uncles is there and the police show up looking for Mrs. Morrow. All right. So they said, your car's been involved in a hit and run in the parking lot at Prairie Gardens, which was like the garden center. And my uncle's like, Mom, were you in an accident? I'm serious, like about this story. No, nope, wasn't. Nope, nope, nope. And they're like, Mrs. Morrow, we have eyewitnesses that you hit a car and left the parking lot. And Dorothy was like, well, that car should have been so close to me. So here's my grandma almost getting arrested. I don't know what she was, like maybe 70 or something, 75. Yeah, Dorothy Morrow. Lying to the popo. Yeah. And then my aunt Jill came to pick her up, and she was driving my grandma's old car. And she's like, is this my car? And Jill's like, yep. She goes, oof, just pull out of here like a bat out of hell. Just hit the gas. I'm like, this is going to be me. I'm 57 now. So I'd say in 30 years, yeah, about 87. Well, I'm kind of like that now. I'm just saying. Oh, hi, honey. How's Sugar Pop doing? Bill Bennison Morris. I hope you're well, baby. You feeling better? I clearly don't. I mean, I actually don't feel that bad. All right. So we're going to talk about a few things today. Oh, do you want to bong breathe one more time since Bill's here now? Cousin's here. Oh, wait. Cousin Julia. Okay. So here's the story. Julia's mom, Frances, was my grandfather's first cousin. So Julia and I are the same age. Morrow women don't have big boobs. My mom and Aunt Linda did. Auntie Jill didn't. So maybe it's just like my mom and that one too. That was your grandma. You can testify as well. Oh my God. My family is so rich in history. Like cousin, I need to find the video that I took of your mom when I interviewed her talking about history. Her mom, how long has it been since your mama passed? About a year and a half. Yes. So rest in power to your mama. Love her. You have a few long COVID symptoms, achy joints and fatigue. Babe, I'm so sorry. Let's do a little healing energy for Bill real quick. Everybody take a bong breath in. We're going to send all that energy across the way. Either way, it's tomorrow in Bill's world because he's in Australia. Are you in Perth, babe? Okay. Tits up. Take that deep breath in. Here we go. This is for Bill. This is for you, buddy. Woosa. Woosa for you. All right. What was I going to talk about? Cockwatch. All right. So listen, everybody calm down. First off, people get fussy and you're welcome, Bubba. When I talk about Cockwatch, I'm talking about a rooster. So I moved into this delightful place. I'm so happy. I'm finally in what I'm going to call my final resting spot for a while. I'm going to be really careful about how I say that. Yep. We're going to talk about watching cock. All right. Look good. So I'm hanging out in my bedroom. I have this like delightful, like two bedroom. I like, this is the faces the west and the east. Hey Morgan, what are you doing in Illinois? ILLINI. What's up, babe? Oh my gosh, Tara's here. You guys go follow Love Glasses Revolution. I don't have any up here with me, babe. They're all downstairs. Did you guys see when I went to that wedding and I had the love glasses on? And the love glasses are perfect for cock watching. Little FYI, in case you were wondering. So I'm hanging out in my bedroom like 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden I heard, what the? Because I live in Denver, and there's a lot of condos and all that kind of cuteness too. Ooh, Six Flags, yeah, get it. That's gonna be fun. And I'm like, is that a rooster? Is that a rooster? Yeah, everybody's tuning in, cock watching. Like all of a sudden, all the ladies show up. What? You know how I talked about a dick dream board? This is different. So, yeah, I'm like, I'll be darned. But it's like all these random weird hours. So if you watch my stories, you'll see me talking about it. So I finally went out for a walk the other day, and I'm not even paying attention. And All of a sudden I walk by this like delightful little yellow house with a white fence, and it's kind of tucked in with all these condos, and it looks, it's definitely a place that they just built everything up all around it. And there's a sign that's like, watch for the hens. Oh, I know you are. Hold up. Bill's down for some cock watching too. All the favorite fans. Anywho, so it's just like watch for the hens, and then there's like all these like wrought iron roosters and stuff. And I didn't see any roosters, but I mean it's like a cute little house with a barn and a farm. And I'm like, oh, this is it. This is it. I'll have to come back by. And because I also was joking, like I need some career tips from this rooster because he delegaff for the rooster. Does it look like he gives a fuck? He doesn't. He shows up and he crows whenever he feels like it. Sometimes it's 8:45, never really early. So I appreciate that about him. Although lately, with the way the sun is up so early or it gets so light, my happy ass has been up at like 5 or 5:30. And I'm here for it because I get to see Venus. She's hanging out. All the planets are over there. Get to see a moon set. Anyway, come back the next day. And there's a bunch of ladies sitting out in the yard. And I was like, hey, do you guys have a rooster? And they were like, "Rrr." Why are you asking? She's like, no, we don't. I'm like, huh. All right. So I keep hearing one, and she is just like acting sketchy. This Miss Barb, she's probably about 75, right? And I just said, hey, I'm just curious. Like I've kind of been following, talking about this rooster on social media. So then I had another gal that was like, they're probably illegal in Denver now. So they have to hide it. So anyway, mystery continues because I haven't been back there. Yeah, TN dogs wake you up at 5:30 now. Yeah, their pets do not care about you and your sleeping pattern, right? Sorry. I'm anxious when Gidget comes back to see how she sleeps. It's been a month since I've seen Gidget. I am like itchy to see this dog. I'm gonna have to tell Charlie we can't go that long. Although he was very gracious to keep her while I was packing and moving, and then I went to Mexico and da da da. So Gidget's like a little gout stool, a little trip hazard if you don't have her in the right spot. So, Popey, I do not know who has the rooster. The mystery still continues, because I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, she's, but I'm here for it. And, I'll keep, like I did a little video this morning. I want some career tips from this guy because he is on his own little schedule and he doesn't care. So that's the cock watch. I like the people who try and step to me like I'm talking all dirty. I'm like, calm down. Calm your tits. God, that's one of my favorite things to say now. Calm your tits. All right, so what else? Yes, so that's been the excitement. Gidget is coming back, moved into my new place. Lots of podcasts that are out. I've had 3 different episodes. I had one with this gal named Mindy Shire, who's with Runway of Dreams, and that's all about adaptable design. She literally got Tommy Hilfiger to design a pair of jeans that her son could wear who had dexterity issues. And then I talked with Billy Price of Billy Footwear, and he's been in a wheelchair for half his life and designed these cool shoes that zipper. And then what else do I have coming out? Drew and I are going to talk about toxic emotional maturity. Drew had shit to say. He's my podcast producer, and then he also has the Anxious Truth, which is super fun. Let's talk about some other stuff. Oh, Debbie, you're on my list. Debbie. Debbie's going to come on. Yes, we're going to talk about everything: aging, manifestation, the whole thing. Debbie, what was you have been in the military, visually impaired. Cousin Julia, your sister, cousin Sheila, has been on there, aging in place. We have shit to say. You guys, I found this really cool guy on Instagram today. Yeah, thanks, cousin. I really had a lot of fun with those. Stuart was on talking about wheelchair boss life, manifesting shit, mechanic. Yeah, Debbie's run the whole gamut. I can't believe I still haven't met you. I know if you were there. Well, you weren't in Halifax when I was there, but we met through Adam. Yeah, I found this really cool guy on Instagram, and I messaged him too because he he just did this. He goes, "Oh, he couldn't turn the handle on his propane tank." So he just designed this like really cool little thing that went on and helped like leverage with manual dexterity. Go follow him, you guys. It's called Abilities. Abilitease. And I shared it in my Instagram stories and I reached out to him. He's going to send me one. And um that's what I do with my inspection business is I inspect for things that don't work right because a lot of times we got these, big construction guys with their man hands that are like clunk, it works. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like not everybody's going to have the same ability to turn something or to grasp something like you are. Think outside your big man paws box. Golly, right? Hey, what's up, Francine? Thanks for the message today, honey. Thank you, thank you. When I get to Jersey, I'm coming to see you. Morgan wants to come on and talk about deconstruction. I would love that. God, all my favorites. That'll be fun to have everybody on there. Anyway, so abilities was pretty interesting too. So it's been interesting to start connecting to people. I mean, here's what's going to save the world is when you think outside of your own experience. Half the problem is thinking, what? It's not a problem for me because I can walk up the stairs. I can see that sign clearly. I'm getting back into the accessibility transcripts, by the way. In fact, I just had my gal. I met her on Fiverr, but then I somehow tricked the system and sent her a video that I spelled out my email address, and now I'm going with her directly because Fiverr was like charging me to even tip her. So now I work with her directly. Right? Sometimes I don't like the system. Enjoy your dinner. Hi, Mark Barris. What's up, my friend? How are you and Ginger? Man, all my cronies from the Google Plus days are here. Anyway, yeah, like thinking outside of your own experience is the most important piece. I just did an Instagram story this morning, and I love this phrase. This gal, is it still on there? Basically, okay, follow her or follow them. Actually, it's at TE8, the number 8, CHER. They're super, super cool. But listen to this phrase, the quote, but how is that racist? Ancient white proverb, right? Saying things like, not everything's about race. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you think it isn't, it's because you're white. Bottom line, your experience is going to be totally different. And also saying, yeah, how is that racist? And how come everything has to be about race? I'm just saying. So all of us thinking outside of our experience, like how easily can I get up that curb and walk into this room? How easily can I turn around? And I do think about that a lot, even though that's not necessarily my purview. Is that the right way to say it? I do know a lot about ADA compliance, just knowing like in hotel rooms, what you need to have. You need to have the turning radius. You need to make sure the doors like has a radius and it's not hitting things. You can get out egress, thinking about being able to get out of a room. Plus, I also think in terms of zombie apocalypse all the time. Yeah. If you didn't see, oh, Christy's here. Hi, honey. Christy was on my show. We talked to, she's a birth doula. Well, you're also looking at being a death doula too. So my girl is in San Antonio. She's making such a difference in the world. Babe, post a link to your podcast and to your show and then to your group as well. Yes, Popey. There it is. That's right. So yeah, I mean, if you just think everything's through your lens, part of the problem. Oh, you're a certified death doula now. I'm so excited for you. Yes, you guys, I did 3 episodes on death doulas and it's just incredible. It's such incredible work and honestly, I think that's part of being empathetic too is understanding your shit's not always going to work, man. Everybody's going to kick it. So, thinking about being prepared and then also, cleaning up everything in your life and go follow my friend Joanne Joe Craw, as I like to call her. If any of you knows Joanne, if you'll ping her in here, she is an organizer. And we were talking about that the other day because I was looking at this is my last bastion of what I haven't gotten organized. Hi, don't judge me. Look at Baby Yoda back there. I need to build a little shrine there. I love this little rug, but yeah, I haven't gotten that organized. And Joanne and I were talking about that that's one of the things you can do. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Love you, babe. Thank you for that. Is get your life organized so that if something does happen to you, people can properly mourn you, not have to go through your dumb shit, right? It's going through a bunch of pictures, and I realized, oh God, Joanne had such a great idea too, because I was feeling overwhelmed. I got all my little tchotchkes out. Like, this is never going back into storage again, ever. Duck feet candy dish, it's staying. But I got overwhelmed with a lot of little my tchotchkes, and she said, "Honey, just you can put them in storage for 4 months, and for a quarter, and then pull them back out and rotate them, take pictures of them, tell the stories of what they're about." Oh, Morgan loves her too. That's awesome. I just thought that was brilliant too, because I have like a cool picture that my mom got in um, Ireland for me, and it's just this adorable green picture with a big sow on it, and it just means so much to me. There's a lot of my own pottery that I did. I don't think I have any here. I have it all downstairs. Let me see if I have any. Oh, yeah, I have one right here. Hold, please. So funny story about my pottery. I know, Christy, isn't that a great idea? I did pottery. Oh my gosh, I found this little picture of me. Here's me at I don't know. I can't find the original of it. I think I was like 10 or 12. This little Mia. Oh, well, it won't. Yeah, I love that one. I didn't have a happy childhood, but I looked happy there, so I'll take it. Um, Here's my pot that I made in. Oh, I didn't put my date on it. Shit. This is probably about 20 years old that I made. I took pottery, and my ex-husband, we moved, and I got really sick. I got the flu, so he had to pack everything, and he was like, "No more pottery for you until you start giving shit away," because I have so many bowls like this. I'm kind of bummed I didn't see. Like, you wouldn't know that I did this, because this is my signature swirl that I did with my pottery, but usually I write my name and the date on it. So isn't that a cool idea? Like, then you don't feel like you've got to have everything out, but you can rotate it out. But I think telling the stories about your things, yeah, Morgan, she really does. It's totally shame-free, Joanne's method. That's why I call it the Joe Craw instead of the, what was the gal? The if it brings you joy person. I can't remember, but I go with the Joe Craw method. All right, so there's that. Isn't this fun, by the way? And it's okay to have a paint your name on it, glaze it, and bake it again. Thank you, girlfriend. I love that. That's a great idea. Let me put my little thumbprint on it or something. Anyway, yes, I have a lot of those. So I love that idea, because I just felt so I unpacked a lot of it, and then it was downstairs, and I felt really overwhelmed by it. It didn't feel good, and which is weird for me, because I love all my tchotchkes and stuff. But so that idea of shelving it for a little bit is fantastic. But again, the idea also of, like, don't leave your mess for people. It's not cool. Like, get all your stuff together. In fact, I was telling my friend that I'm renting this place from, I said, I've known him for about 10 years. He's my mechanic. Got all the people in one spot. But I was telling him, like, dude, I'm like, I need to give you a list of, like, how to reach my parents, where, something happens to me. You don't want to find me like 5 days later, like, oh my God, here's Mia. So, who you can get in touch with. Anyway, stuff to think about, that and spark joy, right? Marie Kondo, that's who it was. Um, and the death doulas that I've interviewed talk a lot about that. There's one that's like how you can start like party planning. Like, for me, I get all the memes that I want when something happens. I want your asses laughing. I want everybody drunk or high or something, but laughing at all the dumb shit I've done. Funny shit. What's some funny shit you think I've said? Remember that. Say it out loud. So again, the meme would be like, here's me bringing in my bullshit. That's what I want to plan. So, and Christy, you can probably speak on that one too. I love it. I love it. All right. So here's another thing I was thinking about the other day. I people are trifling right now. And I can tell that entitled melanin challenge males are starting to feel the burn a little bit, because they're acting up. So yesterday I was at Costco. I'm going to do a post on this. I was at Costco, with the big thing. Mark Barris, when I talk about white men, I don't mean you because you're amazing. You should video document all your stuff and tell stories about the items. See, brother, I think that would be so fun. Like just walk around your house and say, like, I got this here. Or this, the story behind this, and that way people have that. I think you're right because I was thinking about doing photos, but I think just a video of something, and we don't have to keep the videotape now, right? Just upload that bad boy to the cloud. All right, so here's what happened to me at Costco. So I have, how Costco has those big carts. So here I am, and I'm hugging the side to the right, because that's where you stay, right? In the car, and in a lane, anything. So this guy is walking at me, and he's an older white guy, but he's not too old. He knows better. And he's walking straight at me like he's just gonna wants me to move out of the way. I was incredulous. And he's just kind of like walking slowly, looking right at me. And I finally stopped and I had my mask on. I said, "Sir, I'm not moving." He sort of giggled and like, huh, and I was like, "Yeah, you better run." I didn't say that, but I did say it to a guy who was on a motorcycle next to me because he was getting trifling. And he kind of pulled off. I was like, I know that's not nice, but you get so tired of and here's my point. Spend some time as a woman. I'm just gonna talk to those who identify as women. Being not shrinking. I'll say that. I've done this before when I've walked through airports, have been traveling. I learned this in New York. You kind of keep your eyes at a distance. You're not making eye contact and checking with people, especially if you have good intuition. You don't need to be checking with everybody. You don't need to be giving away pieces of your energy to people because you've got your energy calm. You're centered, right? So start walking and don't move out of the way. Just try it. Try it for a day. Don't move out of the way. I'm not saying getting in trouble. I'm not saying challenging people, although clearly I was challenging to people yesterday. Because 2 for flinching, I think, is really funny. If I'm in a feisty mood, 2 for flinching is pretty funny. But just try that. I really suggest that of not. And if you're presenting as male, or if you recognize as male, be aware of how you take up space. Have you ever seen people that take videos of guys on the subway and they're sitting like with the man spreading and taking up all this room? Oh, there it is. TN just said it. TN just said it. Look at that. And when sitting in planes, theaters, man spreaders. That's right. So I think men need to be more aware of how much space they're taking up because they can. I've seen people on stage and guys are talking and they're like, yeah, just like balls out, man. Like I can see the outline of their junk. I'm like, I don't need that in my life. Close your fucking legs, right? So, men, be aware of that. You don't need all that space. Women, you don't need to be, knocking people out of the way, but walk with confidence. Tien says she tried this on LA sidewalk because I tried it in New York when I was there last year. Just try it just for a little bit. I just highly suggest it to balance out that too much energy here and not enough energy here. Think about that beautiful balance. I'm just saying. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, Mr. Man over there. And his surprise and the ease that I mean, wouldn't you be horrified if you were like coming at somebody and you're like expecting them to move out of the way? No, not a shocker to him. Shocker that I wouldn't move out of the way. Right. And then he started giggling. And I was like, yeah, I do think saying, yeah, you better run is kind of a funny thing. Oh, see, Mark, this is why we need more of you in my world, buddy. Yeah, because you're a man of size. You are. How tall are you? You are extra courteous. Thank you. That's because you're a gem. So you're not in this group. But you know what's good though, Mark, is you making that obvious to men in your world. Hey, scoot over here. No, don't take up that room. And really not only being courteous you're 6'6". Damn. I love me a tall man. I need to get a hug from Mark Barris. I love hugs from tall men, right? I am totally objectifying you about your height, right? But Mark said, think about that. Like because let's face it, men do listen to other men more often, whether they're right or not. So you be an example not only for yourself, but speaking up. Now, I think you guys probably saw this a few weeks ago with the Uber driver that fabulous. I know Vicky said the same thing. Mark Bars day. That's all of us doing our Friday thing. I love it. But this Uber driver had these two people got in the car and they're like, "Whoa, oh my gosh, you're white. You speak English." And he was like, "Get the hell out of my car." Like, I mean, immediately. Like, he did not put up with them at all. And so, of course, they started harassing him. And I love it because they got dragged on the internet for being racist, bigoted idiots. But I loved how this guy made it just average white guy, just made it very natural to say, "No, you're not going to act that way." And he didn't even like sort of like joke, to keep the client or, keep everybody happy. No, boom. And so I implore and exhort you all, one, for us to take up the space we need, and two, to speak up, right? Speak up even and have it be like a natural thing, like, no, no, we're not going to do that. No, you didn't get to talk to people that way. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, I think it was it last week or this week. I don't know. I can't tell what day it is. I posted a link of two Indigenous women that were speaking up at a press conference. And quite frankly, I'm not sure what the context was because I didn't really catch what the question was. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. I'm still sorry. Okay. Anywho, this is a good look, isn't it? You like that? Anywho, and they, yeah, that gave me chills too, that story. Which one, the Indigenous women or the Uber driver? Because both of them did. So they were not here for any white splaining. Well, explain it to me kind of thing. I mean, they were on it. And then a guy popped up and he literally mansplained right over her. It was so fascinating. But if you go and look at my link, you'll also see that I had somebody, I think I knew him from my hometown, but he did almost the exact same thing. He got into my comments and started like sort of taking over the narrative. And I kind of said, because what he said was, that something about it's not about race, it's about this. And I was like, no, 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 no. Everything is about race. You can say that as a white man. He's like, well, I have indigenous blood and I present. I said, no, if you can walk into a room and still be seen as a white person, you really don't have much of a leg to stand on. Don't reframe this conversation. I really implore you, another use of the word implore, to control the narrative on your post. You don't have to let everybody just air it out, even if they're in the neighborhood of agreeing with you. Does that make sense? Because I said, dude, you were doing exactly what these people did in the press conference, which is reframe it into your understanding of it rather than just listening to these indigenous women. And what I loved about this is she was shaking a feather at this guy. She had a tribal feather, and I was like, "Oh shit, you better check yourself and your ancestors and anybody after you because she could have just put a little hexy hex on you." What's up, hottie Jeff Higgins? How are you, my friend? Are you coming in like this? Skirt. You caught me mid rant, and it's a good one. Anyway, take up space. And you can stick up for people and not center it around yourself. Just say, hey, that's not right. You don't have to explain stuff for people. All right, Christy's got to go. The babies need you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you, babe. Yeah, that video was badass. By the way, your mom posted a picture of Marley. What's up with that grown ass young man of yours? I was like, who's that? Like, that's Marley. That's what you get when your friends have kids. And then you're like, how they get so old. Yep. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, look at the time. Have you guys seen my clock? My Etsy clock. It's literally a picture of white Jesus looking at the clock. Okay. That's just wrong. You have a kid who's shaving. Girl, talk about aging. that makes me feel old. All right, listen, it's 6:39. I've been on here for 39 minutes. It's so good to see all of you all out there. Let me do a little closing bell for you. Next time I do a show, Gidget will be here. Oh man, just let me just Didn't that sound, was that too much? Does that sound like too much? I really love this. I got this from Twee. She's just divine. And I'm going to keep, so follow me over on Instagram. I think I'm, did I say Instagram? Mia Voss on the go. And I've just been doing posts of like a dump of like whatever my stories were. Oh my God. I should have said that quickly because it just sounded like I was saying of me and a dump. And that's not what my posts are. It's just a drop in of all my stories because I found I was getting very perfectionist about my posts on Instagram. Like, what are you doing? Like, just post the stuff. Like, I don't have to be like, have some kind of strategy. If all I want to do is talk about this cockwatch rooster that I'm trying to find, and the gal that did my lashes that I love, and the gal that did my tan that I love, and the cool osteo strong people that's keeping me from having osteopenia, that's what I'm going to do. On that note, and I strongly suggest you do the same thing. I love y'all, and I will see you next week.